Opioid and drug abuse in rural America is a subject close to me because I live in a rural area and I work for the school district. The 2020 Drug Abuse and Heroin Summit, comprised of local, state, and federal agencies, are focused on the impact of substance abuse disorder on rural communities like mine. When more than 72,000 Americans died from overdoses in 2017, it was noticed that there was an overwhelming amount from opiates. While the summit focus begins with heroin and opiate abuse, rural areas like mine not only have a history of heroin arrests, but also manufacturing of PCP and methamphetamine. A former state deputy district attorney was arrested on possession and manufacture of methamphetamine and heroin. 4 months ago, 2,300 pounds of chemicals were found at a local drug lab with the intent of producing PCP. And last month, a health aide at the local high school was arrested for selling methamphetamine to a 16-year-old student and another juvenile. Under the leadership of President Donald Trump, the USDA has adopted a new urgency to approaching the opiate and substance abuse epidemic. The USDA is committed to becoming strong partners with rural communities like mine. And as I've shown, my rural community has a problem with drug abuse, but not just as homeless junkies in the street, but as employees in our schools and within the law enforcement departments. The ripple effect of this kind of corruption is very destructive to the innocent victims of these heinous crimes, especially when they are committed by those who claim to be public servants. If the drug epidemic can infiltrate within the ranks of the school employees and the law enforcement officials, it is imperative that my school district, law enforcement, and the entire community adopt a program to work hand in hand with this heroin and drug abuse summit campaign. The prescribed opiate epidemic started in the 1990s, when natural and semi-synthetic opiates such as methadone prescriptions skyrocketed. In 2010, there was a noticeably large increase in overdoses due to heroin. In my area, there were 412 deaths caused by opiates in 2017. Since 2012, heroin-involved deaths have more than doubled in my area. The opioid epidemic cost the U.S. $696 billion in 2018 and more than $2.5 trillion from 2015 to 2018, according to the White House Council of Economic Advisors. The cost for programs of prevention, treatment, and recovery opportunities will, in time, have a significant effect on the reduction of the cost due to addiction, and in the long run create a no-nonsense approach to community employees breaking the law that they are sworn to uphold. Early prevention at grade school level is crucial to reduction of users. Treatment should not mean replacing the one drug with another. Treatment should be therapies that deal with the physical, mental, and spiritual needs to stop the addiction once and for all. The only way to actually get a handle on an epidemic of this magnitude is from the outside in. The government needs to work with the state. The state needs to work with the smallest of rural communities in every way possible to finally eliminate the burden on the health and economy of every individual. In summary, I ask the Council to approve the immediate partnership with this anti-drug campaign as a path to a brighter and healthier and more prosperous rural community. The USDA is committed to a strong partnership with rural communities on many fronts, through programs to fight the existing threat, through resources to look at the deeper systematic causes. Who are the vulnerable populations, and address the root causes of those opiate and drug epidemics. Using federal resources to combat the epidemics such as opiate addictions should extend from the largest community, from the largest metropolitan city to the smallest rural population. even if that population is 1. This is America.